Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, this is Lashula Lashes and I'm here to provide all the information that you guys need. So today we're going to talk about lash shedding. This was something I wanted to do while we wasn't in lockdown, to make raise awareness of it, because not everybody realises that us as humans shed lashes or shed hair. But we're in lockdown, no one's getting their lashes done, but I'm going to go ahead and do the video anyway. So we're going to be talking about what is lash shedding, why we have lash shedding, can we prevent it, and should you panic. So just an overall overview of what lash shedding is and how to help you with it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about what is lash shedding. So lash shedding is, we're similar to animals in this aspect. So where animals will shed their hair during different seasons of the year, we kind of did the same. Not as much, not as obvious, but we do that. So naturally, every day we lose about 2 to 5 lashes, which is totally normal. You may notice them come out or you may not. In over a 2-week period, we tend to lose about 20% of our natural lashes. So that's why we say come in for an infill every 2 weeks, because we know around that time you'd have lost about 90 lashes, maybe a little bit more if my maths is right. Our lashes grow in and then fall out in a cycle. So an average person's cycle, now this is different for everybody, the way your body works and the way that your lash shed cycle is, everyone is different. But a natural one is anywhere from about 6 to 14 weeks. So in that period is your lash shed. So it does go on for quite a bit of time. So in them 6 to 14 weeks, it is obviously told by your lash tech to make sure that you go and have your infills a bit sooner than you normally would. Anything to worry about, it is normal. Whether you have lash extensions on or you don't have lash extensions on, that shed is still going to happen. So it comes around about twice a year. So it's in the it's in like the spring, summertime, and then in your winter season. In a nutshell, that's what shedding is. Shedding is our body holding on to hairs when we need them and letting go of those hairs when we don't need them. There is a cycle period from 6 to 14 weeks where our lashes do shed, but it's not to worry, because as they're shedding, we already have natural lashes growing underneath. So you'll never notice a massive change where you look and you think, oh my gosh, there's a bald patch, because you'll always have hairs growing underneath. Your hair will never be left without them, because we do need our eyelashes, bacterial infections and things like that to protect us from certain things in the air. So you'll never be left with none. You know, you'll always have hair underneath growing. That's just how we work. So the next thing is why do we have lash shedding? So twice a year, as you all know, we have our seasons that change. We have our spring and our winter, and there are 2 major seasons for lash shedding. So in the winter, our bodies hold on to all that hair and everything that we need to protect us from cold elements, from extra bacteria and all that sort of stuff that's going around in the winter. It's cold, so our body needs us to hold on as much as possible. So our hair falls out less. Then in the spring and summer, obviously our bodies don't really need it. It needs to let go of a lot of stuff, because we don't need all that we needed in the winter. You know, there's not a lot of cold elements, and we almost need to shed a little bit like animals to keep cooler. So our bodies then will shed the hair, natural hair, body hair, eyelash hair, brow hair. We just shed. That's because we don't need them. They're not much use to us. So that's when our 6 to 14 week cycle is probably its most dominant. And you'll probably notice it a lot more. And obviously all the weather with the heat in the summer and stuff like that in the spring, it doesn't really help anyway. Obviously, once that 6 to 14 week cycle is finished, you do then go on and you've got natural hairs already there. You'll never notice it, and then you can go back to normal. So yeah, the shedding doesn't last forever, but there is shedding seasons. Some people have it more dominantly, some people don't really notice a thing at all anyway. It's important to note that every single day you'll lose 2 to 5, whether that's with extensions on or whether that's not with extensions on. You're still going to lose 2 to 5, so you will notice lashes coming off in and out. The next thing is, can we prevent lash shedding? I'm not an expert on it, so as far as I'm aware, no, because it's what our bodies do, it's how our bodies generate. We need to shed, we have to. Obviously, like I said, because of the winter protection and the summer, we don't really need that sort of protection. So we can't really stop our bodies from shedding the same way that animals can't. Is it harmful? No. Again, it is to protect us. It's the way our body's made, and there's a reason for it, so we have to trust that. There is certain things like sort of preventing how noticeable it is, like rebooking for your infills maybe a week earlier or a few days earlier, making sure that you've got them booked maybe in advance so that you don't have to go through that period of sort of having lashes that are just all over the place. But it is a healthy thing to know that your lashes are growing, that new ones, stronger ones are always coming in. That is basically what shedding is. It's nothing to be worried about. Your lash tech will always warn you when you're going through a shed. I do anyway, just to let my clients know maybe it's best to book it a little bit earlier, or if you don't want them on while you're shedding to save a bit of money or just to give your lashes a break, then that's perfectly fine. But I always let my clients know when they're going through a little bit of a shed, so they're aware of how to handle that sort of situation. But hopefully that makes a little bit more sense to you all. So just again, in a nutshell, we lose 2 to 5 a day. So over 2 weeks, we lose about 20%. Our cycle of lash shedding is 6 to 14 weeks. And once that cycle has gone, you won't really find much falling out other than your normal 2 to 5. And yeah, so your shedding happens mostly in your spring and your winter seasons. That's all that we have for today during shedding. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Give it a like, a comment and a share. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel as well if you're enjoying it. Yeah, have a lovely day, guys. Bye.